On today's episode of Help, I Sexted My Boss.
Jordan's admitted to joining a cult. You don't get a bigger cult than Jordan.
William wants to try a new type of suit. How'd you say it?
Suit.
A suit. A suit.
And there's a dilemma about a moped in the Sahara.
Oh, what's it on? Oh, hi, VG&DIVA joining us as I've just messed with Ben's big clock. And he's,
You also just said you could do with one of those in the bedroom.
just...
So you know what time it is when you get up in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've not been on my best form of late.
Well, you've been working very hard.
All right, we ready? Ben's big clock is on. Hello, and welcome to Help, I Sexted My Boss, the podcast where we help you navigate the challenges of modern life, answering your 21st century questions and finding solutions to those everyday dilemmas. Like, is it ever possible to look good in a fedora?
Well, I think we know the answer to that question from last week. It's yes.
And what's the right nickname for a remote control? And what should you do if you've accidentally sexted your boss? But we're not your usual agony ants, are we? William Hanson, the UK's leading etiquette expert.
No, we're not. Jordan North, Capital Breakfast Show host. I'm more Richmond Park. You're more Richmond Sausages. Thanks to Nick for that one. Lovely.
Can't beat Richmond. You can't beat Richmond sausages.
I don't know. I haven't had them.
You've never had a Richmond sausage?
No.
Have you ever had sausage in Richmond?
Oh, yes.
I bet you have. Have you
Yeah.
ever had sausage in Richmond Park?
On occasion.
I bet.
Yeah. Right, let's have a gin de bonnet. It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
You're looking better than last week.
Oh,
to be fair.
thank you.
You looked a bit tired last week, if I'm honest.
Well, I
but you look rested.
Oh, thanks. I think it's something I've been using. I'll get on to.
Oh, okay, fine. Is it a new under eye cream?
No, I'm still using the same
One that I
I've got
recommended.
terrible heartburn today. Sorry, I might sound a bit
Like cat.
a bit like Catherine. I've got a terrible heartburn. Oof.
Right. Well, I'm going to toast.
I'm gonna have to have a Rennie.
Okay. You pick up your glass, please. Let's toast Zoe, who shared our podcast with her entire office. Apparently, there are 82 people in her office.
And they listened to it.
Well, I don't know, but she shared it.
Oh, wow. To Zoe and the office workers. Our new 82 G&Divas.
Potential. Yeah, G&Diva's in waiting.
Mm.
Any
Won't be
minute now.
everyone's cup of tea, though.
No.
We won't take it personally. If more than half have enjoyed it.
If 2 of them listen, we're delighted. Absolutely fine.
Be more like Zoe. Like, subscribe, and share. Is that what we say? What is it, Ben?
Hi guys.
Hi.
You can follow on Spotify and it's on Apple Podcasts and subscribe on YouTube or Amazon Music.
Thank you for letting us know.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
Go on, tell me about this new product then.
I have invested in curl cream. Excuse me.
Curl cream.
I'm embracing my curls. So,
But you've always had curl. I mean,
No.
you haven't. You used to straighten them.
well, I've always with a hairdryer in
Yeah.
the morning, I proper dry them out, don't I? And then it goes a bit curlier. So now I'm just thinking, no, I've made them a bit tighter.
So what does curl... Because I don't have curly hair. So tell me about curl cream.
Well, I basically seen it on Instagram. It's Eyal from Love Island,
Oh, yeah, him.
and he's got a curl cream out. He showed me, and I was like, oh, he looks good. And I'm growing it out at the back for the old mullet. It's not a mullet, but it's a mullet cut. So
Oh, no, hang on. Surely a mullet cut is a mullet.
it's not a proper mullet, is it? I'm not like...
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been embracing the curl cream, and a lot of people have been, like you said, saying there's something different about you. I'm embracing the curls.
You're embracing the curls.
Because if you don't do the curls, you don't get the girls, William.
That's where you've been going wrong.
Yeah,
Yes.
clearly. So, yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
I mean, I haven't noticed much of a difference, if I'm honest, but your hair looks lovely.
It's called... Do you want to get it for me, Ben?
No, don't plug them.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, it's nice. It's just in.
Okay. Have you noticed a difference?
Yeah, well, now I don't have to dry it as much. Just put the curl because I've always.
But how does that work?
I've always not liked my curly hair. I've never liked my hair curly.
Well, you did, but to be fair, and there are photos, your first publicity photos. When I first knew you, it was all sort of straight. That was what you sort of pretend it was straight.
Yeah.
And slowly over time, it's gone curlier.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm just embracing it now. Yeah.
Jordan is trying to flick his hair back like he's in a hair care advert.
So I think I'm vibing it.
You're vibing it. Well, Jordan, that's good.
Thank you.
And
you
you've got-
should get curls.
Jordan, I've barely got any hair to curl.
Do you remember when Mikey had a perm?
I do remember when Mikey had a perm.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think Mikey's hair now looks the best it's ever looked.
Okay. Did you
Yeah.
not like his curls then? He had a real nice pearly perm, didn't he?
A pearly curm.
A curly perm.
I thought it looked really good, but he wasn't brilliantly happy with it ultimately.
I liked him. He's had a few hairstyles since we've known him.
Yeah.
The mohawk was a bit too far.
The mohawk was.
Yeah, it looked like one of those Russian helmets, didn't he? Not Russian helmets, Roman helmets.
That's a funny laugh.
That's my heartburn laugh.
Jordan, stay alive. Stay alive.
That's my heartburn. Don't let me laugh. I'm gonna have to have a Rennie.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Are you okay, hon?
I'm fine, babe. I'm fine. Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah. What else been going on? What have you been up to? How's your week
Well,
been?
I would tell you what. I want to pick up on something that I said I would last week. You
Yeah.
know, when we were there was someone that was writing in about whether going out on her 30th birthday and what she should do, etc. And we were like, you go and eat on if you've got no one to eat with, go and dine alone. Some people love dining alone in restaurants or hotels. Others hate it. Where do you?
I love it.
It's literally what I mean. No disrespect to my husband or any of my family or friends, but it's absolutely one of my favourite things to do.
Really?
I love it.
I thought you'd hate it. You're
No.
such a social butterfly.
Well, I think that's probably why I like it, because actually it's sort of you rarely get time. I rarely get time on my own. But I have to say, it happened to me recently. I was away for work and I went to the restaurant, sort of, said, oh, hello, reservation for William. And they went, just the one of you. And I don't think restaurants should be saying that. If it's a reservation for one, and funnily enough, yes, it is a reservation for one. I appreciate a table for
Well,
one.
no, they're just checking because if you booked it for Jordan,
No, but there was a
and we were going-
slight, just the one of you. I said, yes, I'm not going to do room service, actually. And I appreciate you probably want a table for two to be a table for two because then you have more revenue. But yes, it is just me, actually.
Oh, so you thought that was quite rude?
I thought it was a bit rude.
Hear me out. If you dine alone, especially as a gentleman, you look quite mysterious, quite hot. I reckon. Like, oh, who's that?
Because I think a
alone?
lot of people think that if they dine on your own, you look like you could Billy No Mates.
No,
But no, I think there is an element of mystery.
quite chic in it. Dining alone.
I wouldn't go and talk to someone who's dining on their own. Though.
No, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd take a book.
but you can't take a book and.
Oh, yes,
eat
you
at
can.
the
I think
same
about
time.
reading a book. Not when you're eating, but in between.
No, but then I always think dining alone is fine, but sitting at the bar on your own in a hotel, I always think that's pretty.
To be
which
fair-
I've done many a time.
When there is food involved and you're on a normal height dining table, perfectly acceptable. When there isn't food available and you're on a high bar, alcoholic.
I've not.
It's a very thin line, isn't
I've
there?
sat at bars all night on my own.
Well, there we go. Quadarat
Hotel
demonstrandum.
bars, especially because I hate hotel rooms. So I've just like,
We could just sleep at the bar.
just go down to a bar, have a whiskey, have a pint,
Okay.
looking
Yeah.
around.
So I think dining alone, I'm going to put this out. If you dine alone, go for it. I think it's
Yeah.
one of life's few luxuries. There are many luxuries, but I think it's just a lovely moment. I feel always better when I've dined
Some
alone.
things are best on their own. Reading, listening to podcasts, dining.
Yes.
It's good to have a bit of alone time every
It
now
is,
and then.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go home and have a big wagamamas.
Thank God. Yes, you could.
And we've not seen that is it the girls rugby team? We've not seen that clip. It's so funny. The journalist, is it the girls rugby team? Women's is it women's rugby? The women's rugby team. The journalist says to him, "What's the first thing you do when you get home?" She says, "I'm going to go home and have a big wagamamas." And the two mates burst out laughing because it looked like she was about to say,
Oh, I see.
"Yeah."
I'm going to tuck into a yakisoba.
I beg your pardon.
A yakisoba.
Hey, do you know what else I'm really into at the moment? I've joined the cult.
What's the cult?
I'm in the pyramid scheme.
Oh, God, what are you trying to sell me now?
No, and I turned my nose up at it and said, "Oh, it's for..." Yeah. And now I am fully in, guys.
What?
Padel.
Or as my brother thought it was pronounced Padel.
Padel. It is... I'm obsessed with it.
Apparently it is pronounced Padel, I'm being
It's
told.
not pronounced Padel, it's paddle. Yeah, it's so good. It's not doing me any good, though. I've injured a shoulder and I've put my knee out. But it's great. I play every Tuesday with Jake and Ollie.
Okay. Can I just say, I have absolutely no idea what it is, other than it's a bit like tennis and a bit like ping pong. Is that fair? So tell me how...
It's a bit like tennis, a bit like squash. It's great.
Hang on, what's squash?
Well, you hit it against the wall.
Right.
It's so
So
good.
tell me how Padel works.
Well, it's like tennis, but in a cage. So it's the same rules as tennis. You know, I didn't know tennis. Like, they kept saying 15 love. I was like, cheers, darling. Like, I bet you had tennis lessons when you were younger, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. I knew you would. I
wasn't very good at it, but I had lessons.
Yeah. So you'll know. So it's basically It's so Ben. You're the perfect paddle player. You look like a man who likes paddle.
I've done it once.
Get
me along. Get me along on Tuesday.
It's very big in West London.
Well, he's not West London.
Yeah, but you can come over. Will you come and play? We play on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I only play for an hour. It's great. I love it. I look forward to it all week.
Didn't Kylie do a song about it? Padel.
That's Padel.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay. But the reason why I'm asking is we might need a player this week.
Well,
so.
you don't get a bigger player than me.
Yeah, boy. Are you up for it? I'd love to see you play. Are you good at sports?
Jordan, sorry. How long have we known each other?
But this could be, everybody's got a sport in them. I fully believe that. Whether it's tiddlywinks or paddle, everyone's got a sport in them.
My winks are pretty tiddly.
There you go. You might even be a good darts player. You don't know until you've tried it.
No, I have tried that.
Of darts? Right. I think paddle could be your sport.
The vicar's still got a hole in him.
I don't get that.
Through the dart. It hit the vicar.
Why?
Because I'm bad at darts. Oh, God.
Why were you playing darts with a vicar?
Vicars play darts?
Am I missing something here?
No. Oh,
I
don't
played
worry.
in a church once. I got triple 20, third one bounced out. Hit a sister right in the eye. I got one none dead in 80.
Yes.
Oh, you can all piss off. Right, honestly, I think you should come and play paddle with me. We
Okay.
should do a Help I Sexted My Boss paddle special. I used to think,
So why is it a pyramid scheme?
Because everyone used to go on about it and then they'd suck you into it.
Do you have to pay money for it?
Yeah, and then you have to get people to come in and stuff. And it's not really a pyramid. It's a cult, though. There's paddle dating now. You can go on paddle dates. There's like paddle apps. I'm in a paddle WhatsApp group. I'm meeting a bloke and his wife tomorrow night. I've never met him before in my life.
That is weird.
Playing paddle.
No.
Well
I wouldn't
into it.
want to play Padel with lots of people I didn't know. I'd want to make sure I play with friends.
First of all, it's not called Padel. It's paddle.
Well, it is actually.
It's not actually, Derek. It's called paddle. Right. Oh, so you got a beautiful lady. It's a man, actually, Derek. But I think he would be right up.
Okay.
Playing-
Well, because I'm going to go away again for a few weeks.
Okay.
When I come back,
Paddle.
we will put a
It's
date in the
sweeping
diary.
the world by. It's not even Europe, even in America. They play pickleball, but this is better.
Yeah, because it's pickleball Padel.
No, it's a bit slower pickleball.
Okay.
The rules are slightly different, so I'm told.
Okay.
But padel,
Yeah.
oh, you got me saying it now. Paddle is really good.
Okay.
And the bats come in really handy in the bedroom. I mean,
Are they not just called paddles?
are they?
Surely what you play with is a paddle.
No, it's a racket.
Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think
What are those things called that you get spanked with? Those big square things. They're called paddles.
those big square things.
Yeah.
Then aren't they normally rectangular?
Yeah, the rectangular things.
Well, that's a different shape.
What are they called?
Spanking paddles. I don't know.
Are they?
We'll look it up.
Friend of mine recently,
Right.
Sin.
Do I know this friend?
plasterer, went and did
No.
an house up, and she was a mistress. Did you say mistress? And he went and plastered her house, and she just had in a room loads of them stuck on wall and swing and everything. And she was sound about it. Didn't hide it or anything.
Oh, why should she?
No.
No? We don't want
Do
to.
you mean a dominatrix?
Dominatrix. That's the
I
one.
think mistress is the sort of the old fashioned. If you ran a brothel, you're the mistress of the brothel.
Yeah, but he's not talking about someone who's running a brothel. He's talking about someone who's got some
I
spanking.
don't know.
paddles.
He were plastering, and there was a 50-year-old bloke in a nappy in the kitchen. So you think I'm making it up? So
Who's this?
I won't say his name because
Okay.
yeah.
Well, it all goes on.
Oh yeah, honestly. And my mate said to him, "Where'd you get your nappy from, pal?" And he's like, "Oh, they make up." He was having small talk with him. They make them online anyway.
In other news, we've done hats. Okay.
Oh, what now?
I think we know I
Christ.
rock a hat.
You look great in that hat.
Thank
It's
you.
very you.
Thank you so much. I'm thinking of pushing fashion boundaries.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking, would I look good in a jumpsuit? Not worn ironically, just, like around the house or here on the podcast. Should I wear a jumpsuit?
Are we talking a Benson Boone jumpsuit or a Donna Ryder one?
I don't really know what the difference is, and I'm only just aware of Benson Boone. Obviously, I know Donna, but I don't. What?
Well, it's funny you say this because I'm thinking of wearing a jumpsuit at the summertime ball.
Of course you are. Honestly, I want to wear a jumpsuit. You want to wear a jumpsuit.
What is wrong with? I think I would pull off with the what's it called?
Mullet cut.
With the mullet cut thingy, and I might do a little tash and a jumpsuit.
Oh, don't.
I think I might pull it off. Do you not think?
Can I just say, I want to do a jumpsuit.
Okay.
I'm going to get there first. Going to be papped in it, and then you can wear one, and it'll be like
Papped
Jordan
in it?
North. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you Amanda Holden?
Yeah. Jordan, I'll just come out the building when she comes out.
Get papped.
Be in the back of the shop.
But what sort of jumpsuit are you thinking?
Well, I don't know. I mean, probably the only colours I can really wear are dark navy, light blues, greens, pink.
You know, Winston Churchill invented the jumpsuit, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
It was his,
Well, no, I don't think he invented it.
but he wore one.
But he wore one because I think they're sort of RAF, sort of for jumping out of planes.
So is that the type of style you're going for?
I think so.
I once went dressed as Top Gun. That was a jumpsuit, and I still to this day think that's the fittest I've ever looked.
Have we still? When was that?
Had the aviators. and
Was that
everything.
recently?
About 10, 12
Will
years
there be a
ago.
photograph?
Possibly.
Can you try and find
Yeah, of
that?
course.
Because we could compare you in a jumpsuit or me in a jumpsuit.
Mm.
But I think I could put some like quirky glasses
I
with
think
it.
you'd look
I think I look quite nice.
with your hat on.
I could like do the military. No, hang on, RAF. So hang on.
Sorry, what was that? Salute?
Military. I think it's this hand actually, the right hand. It's what they do in the military. Did you know? You
No,
probably...
they don't. They salute like that. You salute with your right hand, and it's like that.
Oh yeah, it's...
And then the Navy's that. The Air Force.
No, the Navy's down.
That's it.
Very,
they don't
very
want
interesting to listen to. You
Okay.
doing
All
different
right.
hand
Sorry.
signals.
Sorry.
Give you a hand signal.
Yeah, give you one.
I'm not going to describe what hand signal I just did. So we're with the palm of our hand. The Navy, you put the hand palm facing down because supposedly gloves for the Navy get dirty.
Yes.
And so they don't want you to see it. Whereas the RAF and the Army, you have the palm facing up. So I guess because I'd be RAF, if you're in a jumpsuit, you put your palm up.
What's the Dermot O'Leary one?
Oh, it's not so just two fingers.
But that's not a proper salute, is it?
No, it's like it's a Dermot salute.
There you go.
Yes, if you're in Dermot's army. The Dermot army, his fans.
Okay.
That's,
What else has been going on your week, my friend?
I had an absolute drama. In fact, I nearly phoned Ben. I accidentally ordered a Rose's tie to Hackney Wick on Deliveroo.
What?
I did. Mikey was out. I'd got home quite late from
You
work.
love a delivery.
And I thought, I'll just have some food delivery. And I ordered it. I paid for it. Since you ask, I was going to have a chicken pad thai. And the only reason I didn't phone Ben, chicken. And anyway, it's en route. I've paid for it. And it goes, your ride is nearby. I go to stand outside to collect them because they can never seem to find where I live. And nothing. And then I eventually opened the app and I realise I've ordered it to Hackney Wick.
Why? Why
Which
was he
is
got his address?
so far away from where I live.
Have you had another tea without me again?
No,
Have you been
he's
round-
not Hackney Wick. No,
Oh.
ages ago, I was filming in Hackney Wick and I was in charge of ordering everyone's lunch. And I just haven't used the app, contrary to popular belief. I haven't used the app since then. And I didn't check that so I just sort of had to phone the driver and go, sorry, just have it.
I went to my new house over a week to see how builders were getting on, just to check up. It was Sunday, so I'm there. And then I got a knock on the door and I thought, oh, our first visitor, hoping it was like our neighbours or something, at Delivery.
What?
And it was that address, our address, but no one had ordered out.
Was it nice? Did you have it?
No, I didn't. I said, I can't take it. It's definitely this address.
It'd just be the old people who used to live there, wouldn't it?
Ah, shit. Yes.
Do you have their details? Can you like get in touch
Oh,
with
it was his name as well. Now you've said it.
The clues
you
were
are
there.
Good. That's very clever. Inspector Clouseau over there. I actually didn't click on to that. Of course. It was fellow we bought it off. Ah. Very good. That will keep me up at night. Always tip your delivery drivers.
them? I always do. 10% normally.
And your Uber drivers as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tip them.
Yes, if they do a good job. At least with Uber, you can decide afterwards. So if they don't do a good job, you can not.
Yeah.
You can withhold.
Where are you with Uber drivers asking for 5-star rating? I think that's good etiquette. A lot of mine say. Because I don't know, I think they're all battling out at the moment. Because I've gotten a few recently. They said, give us 5 stars. I'm like, of course we'll. I always give 5 stars.
Yeah, I do too.
I've never given less.
No. I gave 4 once.
Why?
Very cross with him. It was
Why?
jerky driving.
What's jerky drive?
Yeah, like where they're sort of kangaroo petrol and it's riding the brakes.
That's why you need an automatic.
Yeah, but they didn't have one.
Was it a joystick? Whatever they're called.
No, I think he was just a bit stop, start.
My driving's a bit like that.
Tell you what is good on the new update on the phones. It was actually the update last year. You can put on like those dots so you don't get car sick and they like appear on the phone
I've
and
heard
follow
of
you.
this.
Yeah, and it has actually really worked.
I've heard of
And now I
this.
don't get car sick if I'm looking at my phone. Talking of deliverers and things, at the Royal Mail near where I live, they've at the delivery centre where you go to get your parcel.
Yeah.
When you've missed it, you there's a whole like you know those like Amazon collection lockers that have been around for ages. There's
Does anyone use them?
I've never used them, but at Royal Mail there's now one where you can also send parcels and receive things as well. And you put in your code or scan the thing. The other day I was going to do it, and I'm sort of friendly with quite a lot of the post people near where I live, and he saw me and I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited! I'm going to go and put this in the new thing. It's my second one. It's so exciting." And he was like, "How did they work?" I had to show the Royal Mailman how it worked, and I thought, I don't think this is the way around it should be.
It's a great episode of Postman Pat, isn't it?
Yes, I was like, you scan the label and you can put your email in if you want a confirmation, but I don't because I've got your app, so it's on my app. Skip, and then a little window pops open, and you put the parcel in, and you press go, and it's done. He was fascinated.
Do you know what I found out? We had a DPD driver on our show the other week. You know, if you order a parcel from like Love Honey or something, or Clone Willy, they know where it's come from. So it's not that
they can have a good laugh.
When they scan it, it comes up where it's come from. So it might not say it on the package, but your DPD driver, and he says basically, I deliver a lot of Love Honey stuff, and he always like give it to him and go,
Here's another one.
Yeah.
Gosh, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why I always get mine delivered to Ben.
So if you ever own a Clone Willy, well, they know it's...
You asking for a friend?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay. Well, that's something to consider.
Have any of us actually, with all, like, I'm looking now, that lying around the office, has any one of us have actually used one of these Clone Willys?
Absolutely hand on heart.
No, I can't say I have either.
No.
We'd make a fortune.
I mean...
I hope I sex on my boss Clone Willy.
Yours could be half price.
Right, VG&DIVAs, I'm gonna level with you.
Oh.
No. That's what I'm gonna say. The day we start doing Clone Willys is when we know the podcasts are coming to an end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're the one just talking about doing it.
No, I'm not, that's when you're like desperate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that day is in many years to come, if indeed ever.
You'd make a fortune on OnlyFans.
I don't know if I would, but
With
thank
that
you.
posh voice, people would like that. You're talking to them like you dress up as a head teacher and shit. From what I've been told.
Okay.
No, I said a documentary on Channel 4 about it.
Do you know what would be fun? No, I'm not.
No, go on.
You bring your laptop and we go through your search history. And
Happily.
I read out things.
Happily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't clear it before you come in.
No, I won't. And nobody uses a laptop for that anyway.
No, but it would
So
still be fun. It would be fascinating generally.
Let's do it.
Even if it's not pornography. I think
Let's
that would
do
be
it.
absolutely fascinating.
All right.
That's a good feature.
Do it now. Go on your Google on your phone. Oh, my phone's plugged in.
Yeah, phone chat. No, we'll do it another time.
Oh, okay.
Because Jordan, I've got an etymology to do.
Oh, well, of course
We need to
you do.
crash on.
Yeah.
After the break, I'm going to tell you all about the history of Royal Warrants.
This will be good.
Thank you.
This will be good. This is interesting.
Do I get a Royal Warrant for this
You
etymology?
get a Jordan warrant of approval for this.
Okay, nice,
You
lovely.
get a Northern warrant.
A Northern, gosh.
Have I mentioned I'm Northern?
No, you haven't.
No.
Well, after these messages, I'll tell you more.
It's William, the etiquette geek. His knowledge is quite unique. He'll give you manners, a subtle tweak. It's time for William's etymology of the week. Cha 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 cha. Cha 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 cha.
Love it. Okay, so royal warrants, properly royal warrants of appointment, have existed since the Middle Ages. They are granted to those who supply the royal household, which means a royal warrant isn't proof that the grantor actually uses that product. So if you see, let's say, I don't know, a royal warrant on a thing of pledge, it doesn't mean to say that, the king's there with the pledge. It's not necessarily that he uses it, it's just that the royal household.
He's probably never pledged in his life, that man.
Well, probably not, because it's an aerosol. And he's very environmentally conscious, isn't he? So
Yeah.
he probably uses a wax
But it's
polish.
weird to think, I bet he's never gone home and thought, oh, I really need to do that oven.
He's probably not thought that, no.
I bet he's never... What? He's never, has he?
Well, he
I bet
might
he's-
have done.
I bet he's never gone in the fridge and thought, oh, God, this fridge needs cleaning.
No.
Has he? You know those, I bet he's never said, okay, I need to get round to doing them skirting boards. I bet he's never said that.
Well, look, not everyone can hold a Royal Warrant. However, professional services are not eligible. So companies like, bankers, brokers or agents, etiquette companies, solicitors, employment agencies, training providers, veterinary services, newspapers, magazines, breakfast shows, journals, periodicals or similar. Sadly, we cannot have Royal Warrants. Since the 18th century, warrant holders have displayed the Royal Warrant on their premises and on stationery as a sign of royal patronage. Now, right now, who are the people that can give out Royal Warrants? Has changed recently.
The King and Queen.
Correct, yes. His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen grant Royal Warrants. But however, at some point, maybe soon, the Prince of Wales, William, will be granted a warrant, and perhaps even the Princess of Wales, which would be a great honour because Diana did not have a warrant, so not all princesses of Wales get one. And whilst there has been press speculation, nothing official has been confirmed.
So they can give the royal warrant.
Well, they can't now,
but when they do,
potentially.
Okay.
And so you'd have a crest, and underneath it would say, by appointment to Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales for, and then whatever the sort of service or product is, for example. To get a royal warrant, what do you have to do, Jordan?
Do you have to apply for one?
Well, you do, but you've got to do more than that.
You have to
You have to have supplied the royal household for how long?
5 years?
Within a
5-year period?
7-year period.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yes.
Do you have to be British?
They do give them to British companies, yes.
Ah.
Warrants are, as our royal family, warrants are granted for 5 years, but will not be renewed if circumstances change. And royal warrants do survive a monarch for 2 years. So that's why, in fact, let's look at de Bonnet, which
And
is...
Gordon's gin.
And Gordon's, yes.
Show me Gordon's warrant.
You look at Gordon's and I'll look at Dee's.
Okay, let's try and find it.
So, what do you mean, let's try and find it?
It's there.
Jordan, it's right smack bang in the middle.
It says an appointment to Her Majesty the Queen.
Queen Elizabeth II, does it say?
No, just the Queen Gin's Distilleries.
And de Bonnet says, by appointment to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, purveyor of aperitifs, de Bonnet, UK and Europe, Paris.
That's class. Imagine being that big that you can just give stuff a royal warrant.
Yes.
What else is got?
Weetabix, I think. Although I have a feeling that might have been taken away recently.
I think you're right. No,
because they redid them.
golden syrup.
Possibly.
That has. What else?
Yes. Do remember there's a whole episode of Keeping Up Appearances where the plot is that they start switching to an exclusive European high fiber breakfast cereal because it's got a crest on the packet as endorsed by the Dutch royal family.
Oh, did they?
Yes. And then there's another royal warrant thing in Hyacinth where she has a new sofa delivered and she's only gone to that particular company because they have the crest on both sides of the van, so it doesn't matter which way around on the street they park.
Oh. So they had a royal warrant.
Yes, and she just wanted people to know that she was ordering. And let's be honest, it is sort of snob factor. Some people will think, I will drink that, I will buy that, I will go there because there is a royal warrant. They must be regranted, by the way, and don't continue from monarch to monarch. So my gut is with de Bonnet, what a shame they don't sponsor us, or my face won't be on the bottle, is that very soon that royal warrant will disappear from de Bonnet. Yeah.
But then Charles might do it in memory of his mum and grandma.
But he can only do that if de Bonnet have supplied him for 5 years within a 7-year period. And I don't believe he likes it. I don't know that for a fact, but...
How is he, Charles?
Yeah, he sends love.
No, I mean, is he all right? Are they all good?
I think he's okay. I think he's doing as well as you can do in the circumstances.
Yeah.
I think he's a trooper.
I hope he's all right.
I hope he's okay. He looked very well recently at all the VE Day celebrations.
Yeah, they look
a few
better.
weeks ago. Yeah.
Bless him.
I wonder what would be the brand that has the longest warrant ever.
Well, you've got the laptop in your hand.
Well, I'm trying to look. There are quite a lot.
Oh, is there?
Queen Victoria did 2,000.
Queen Victoria, very popular.
Over 2,000 warrants.
Yeah.
How has she got that much stuff?
What would we royal warrant? Mine would obviously be Buena's.
Yes. Well, maybe we should do a sexted warrant. Yes. And actually, de Bonnet, when they get rid of the one from Queen Elizabeth II, because they do need to get rid of it because she died a while ago, and you only get it for 2 years after the monarch dies, so that should be off already. Just saying.
It's not been 2 years.
It absolutely has. 2022 she died.
Oh, was that 2 years ago?
Well, it was more than 2 years ago. Should we
Do
have
you
a
remember
minute
that
silence
little meme where it was the drawing? And she
of
said,
her in Paddington?
yeah, and said, come on, Lilibet.
Oh. But maybe we should do a sexted warrant and give that to the official brands that we endorse. So we could Royal Warrant dressing gown belts, potentially. I haven't talked about them in a while.
Angel Delight.
Well, maybe our party game will book, but I don't know if you can warrant yourself. That might be a little bit egotistical. Guinness.
Yes,
You
definitely.
love a Guinness. Clone a Willy, obviously.
Yeah, we'd warrant that.
Yeah, when we start selling them. Mary Poppins the musical.
Yes.
You can't do people, though, so we could perhaps warrant Helen's company, who does all the colonics, for services to bottoms.
Yes.
Burnley.
What, just the town?
No,
the
the football club.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
I'm going to have a think as to who else and what else that we could officially warrant.
Guinness, beer, lager.
Well, you can't just, it needs to be a specific
Whiskey.
brand. Yeah, but a specific brand. What's your favourite whiskey?
Well, I love all types.
You're not fussy, are you?
No, Johnny Walker. It's British, isn't it?
Died, didn't
No, not the radio guy, the whiskey guy.
he? Right. But that's American, isn't it?
No, it's
Got to be-
Scottish.
Although, do our parameters for a sexted warrant British? What's
Trout.
Chairman Emeritus Jewish? Why are you
Trout.
laughing? Trout?
Yeah, I'm really into trout at the moment.
Right. We need to. Okay. We're going to just pause this and we're going to work on this. G&Divas, if you've got any suggestions.
What's wrong with trout? It's
For
a
a-
very
because-
underrated fish.
Yes, but it needs to be a company or a product or a brand.
Well, I am. It's fish. It's trout. It's got
No.
my Royal Warrant.
Oh, for God's sake.
Gets a bad rep, trout.
Get in touch with us, G&Divas, if you have got.
If it's called Truette, everyone would love it.
For God's
Oh,
sake.
we went out and had salmonel Truette.
Salmonel Truette.
Truette
Truette en croûte.
Truette en croûte. How posh does that sound?
Right.
Even you'd have it, and nothing fishy touches your lips.
No.
All right, leave that with us. Now it's time for your questions and dilemmas. Remember, if you need our help with something, then get in touch. You can send your tales of trepidation to help@sextedmyboss.com. You can DM us. We're at sextedmyboss on the socials. Or you can write to William, who, in the fullness of time, promises a handwritten reply on one of our luxury greeting cards with executive self-seal envelopes. The address for that is on the website, sextedmyboss.com.
Right. Okay, this first one is from Emma. Good afternoon, William and Jordan. Thank you so much for creating such an amazing podcast. I started my own cleaning business a few months ago and only recently discovered the show while looking for something engaging to listen to while I work. I'm now binge listening and currently up to the middle of series 4.
Oh, God, what year was Series 4?
Early.
Yeah, jeez.
Just before COVID, I think. The dynamic between you both is fabulous and I'll definitely be getting some D when I get paid so I can become a G&D.
Oh, you're already a G&Diva if you listen automatically.
My dilemma is quite simple. I often spend time with a friend who has a toddler. Whether we're at my home, her home, or out at a cafe or restaurant, she allows her son, let's call him Percy, to stand on chairs, climb over furniture, and even dance on tables. And all while wearing shoes. Percy is a very sweet little boy, and I generally enjoy his company. But I don't enjoy it when he's clambering all over the chairs and table, especially when I'm trying to relax and enjoy a drink or some food. I'm not someone who lets my own children sit on the arms of chairs at home, and this kind of behaviour happens when Percy goes everywhere. This kind of behaviour happens with Percy everywhere we go. I've started gently telling him not to do it when he's at my house, but that's led to a few uncomfortable moments between my friend and me. It's a bad habit, and honestly, it's not very hygienic either. So my question is, am I right to say something to someone else's child when they're in my home? What should I do? I value my friendship, but I find myself dreading her bringing Percy over. Thank you again for being such a brilliant duo. I'm off to listen to another episode. Kind regards, M.
Oh, that's a great dilemma. That's a great question. It's one of them where sometimes with other people's kids, you have to bite your tongue. However, if it is in your home and you do say something nice and polite, like, don't do that, or please get down off there, then you should hope that the parents step in and say, your friend should step in and say, look, you've just been told Emma's asked you to get down from there. So really, the blaming the parents here, they need to get involved. But you do, the majority of the time, I'm afraid, have to bite your tongue with other people's kids.
If you're not in your, I think this is where it's different. It's because it is your own house.
Yes.
And your friend, I know you value your friendship, but your friend is not valuing your friendship by sort of ignoring you or just letting the child do what it likes. When you go to the friend's house, different kettle of fish, you say nothing. If you go out to a restaurant, you can't say anything because it's someone else's child. You can have an opinion in your head. That's of course fine, but you shouldn't say anything. But in your house, if they're continuing to do it and you just say, I would like Percy to not do that, please, I think you'd be quite quite succinct. And if they then ignore it and allow it, the next time she says, should we come over? You go, no, actually, I'll come to you.
Yeah.
Or, no, let's go out because Percy climbs on my furniture and I don't like it. I think you'd be blunt and direct about it.
I wouldn't personally, but I get that. Yeah. Shouldn't be climbing on settee with his shoes on. Why aren't you allowed
at whatever age?
Why aren't you allowed to sit on armoured chair? My mum used to get mad at me
Because
for
it puts strain and they can break.
Can they?
Because they're not designed for a bottom, they're designed for an arm. You sat on them though. This is from Anonymous. Dear William Jordan and the Sexted team, my now ex-boyfriend broke up with me last year, 3 days before Christmas.
Oh, God.
Wow.
He's not got a heart. You could wait till New Year.
I was, at least wait till Boxing Day. I was heartbroken.
Or limbo week.
Yeah.
You just sit and cry and eat chocolate.
I was heartbroken and completely confused as to why. Around the same time, I just started a new job. Not long after the breakup, a co-worker from another department started showing interest in me. In my heartbroken state, I thought, why not? They were very attractive, and as the saying goes, to get over someone, you've got to get under someone.
You're right, my friend. You are right.
It turned out to be the best sex I've ever had, and it quickly became a regular thing.
Oh, go on, girl. If
Wait,
it's a girl.
It's anonymous. Around the same time, another co-worker from my own department became a good friend and was incredibly supportive during the breakup. A couple of months later, they invited me over for a pizza and, well, in my vulnerable state, one thing led to another in the heat of the moment.
Fair play, we're all, go
Sloppy
on.
topping
Beg
could
your
have been on
pardon?
the pizza.
Oh.
Not long after that, I started feeling like something wasn't quite right physically. I went to the doctor and unfortunately got the kind of positive result no one wants. I had contracted an STI.
Oh, it happens. It happens.
I've been tested at the start of my relationship with my ex, and everything was clear then. Towards the end of that relationship, I had a gut feeling my ex might have been cheating. My co-worker friend even pointed out that the signs were right in front of me. So now I don't know for certain where the infection came from. My ex, the co-worker from another department, or the friend I hooked up with after pizza night. How do I tell my co-worker, the one I'd like to continue seeing, that they now need to get tested? It could have come from them and they may have unknowingly passed it on to me, or I could have passed it on to them. Either way, they deserve to know, but I'm nervous. It's embarrassing, and STIs are so unfairly stigmatised as something dirty or shameful. To make matters worse, neither of the co-workers knows about the other, so telling them this information could get very messy at work. Please help me figure out the best way to break the news.
It's a tough one, but you got to bite the bullet, and it will show you a good sign here. If they react to it badly and make you feel like you're dirty or shameful, embarrassed, you shouldn't be. Because it's something like catching a cold, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
No. So you just got to say, look, I recently tested positive for an STI. I
would also tell them which one it was.
Yeah, obviously. But just say,
I suggest you get yourself checked out.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you gave it me or I gave it you.
I wouldn't even...
No, you say that. And, you could have passed it on to me. I could have passed it on to you, but please, can you get yourself checked out? Couple of antibiotics. Week later, you'll be back in the sack. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I would not worry about the stigma. It is much better to say something and get it dealt with. It is not fair if you know you've got something and someone or some people that you have got with might have it too. You need to sort of get over that, tell them. It might be awkward for a day or two, but I think most people would rather know than not know.
Who were telling me recently they had super gonorrhea?
Super gonorrhea?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one is from Miles. Answers on the back of a postcard on that one.
It's apparently it's going round and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
No, it's not.
This shouldn't be.
It's not. It's absolutely not. It's not.
This is, and
It
if
happens.
you're gonna get it, get the super version.
Pardon?
If you're gonna get it, get the luxury
super
version. You might as well get the best.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
I believe that super in that context means that it's sort of resistant to antibiotics.
Oh right.
So not one to encourage.
Oh, it's not one to encourage. No.
Well, but maybe.
No shame. But
No shame, yeah. No
No.
shame. Sometimes, got to get a bit of mud on the tyres to get through
Wow.
the field. That's where I'm going with that.
Ben, can I
Sometimes-
suggest? Sorry, Ben, can I suggest we cut one letter? So I don't know if you want me to tell me which one of the next two. I'll just do this one from Miles whilst you work it out. This is from Miles. Dear William Jordan and producer Ben, I'm writing in with an etiquette dilemma that's been quietly irritating me for a while, and I need to know, am I the problem? When I go out to eat, I find myself getting frustrated when waiting staff ask questions like, are you finished with these? Or can I take these glasses or plates for you? Especially when the glasses are clearly empty or my dinner plate is completely clean, with the knife and fork neatly placed together. It feels unnecessary, almost like they're not paying attention or can't see that I'm obviously finished. Like, What do they expect me to say? No, I just want to keep my empty glasses and plates as they are, thanks. I know they're just doing their job, but something about those questions bothers me, particularly when I'm clearing, not going to use an empty wine glass or water for... It bothers me, particularly when I'm clearing, not going to use an empty wine glass for water or start eating again from a scraped clean dinner plate. So my question is, what is the proper etiquette for clearing a table in a restaurant setting? Is there a more polite or efficient way for staff to phrase it? Or am I being completely overdramatic and just need to calm down and let it go? Warm regard, Miles.
Miles, I think you are. They're just being
No.
they're just being
I'm on
polite.
Miles's side.
No, I disagree with you, Willie.
No, they've been badly trained.
No, they're just... it's going to take... Yes, thank you. Thanks. It was delicious. Carry on the conversation. So anyway.
No, I would say if you want some validation that you want to actually clear that plate, and I appreciate if there's still food on the plate and the cutlery together, I can see why. But yes, when there is nothing left on the plate, there's nothing in the glass. Well, of course they've finished with it, or they'd like more. You then, in the alcohol sense, I think you say, was everything all right with your dinner, for example? And that's the verification that yes, it's fine to clear, and then you go to clear
Just
it.
ask the question, because I've been waiting on before. You take the plate and they go, oh, sorry, I'm not finished with it. And then you feel really embarrassed.
Yeah, but when there's
Or they take the
nothing
cup
left
and they grab it off you.
Jordan, when there's nothing left on the plate and the cutlery is
They're
together,
only being polite.
as the silent service code that you have absolutely finished your whatever you're eating, clear it. You don't need the non-verbal communication, because you should be talking to your other diners and chatting. You don't need to be talking to the waiter all the time because you've gone out to eat with your friends. So I'm on Miles' side. It is annoying.
Doesn't matter.
Well, we beg to differ.
Okay. Do another.
Let's finish with this from Anonymous. Having gone through an admittedly very short period of grieving at the end of my 10-year relationship, I decided to put myself back on the market again by joining the most popular all-boys dating app, Grindr. Not being very confident in my dating app skills and being in a bit of a self-derogatory phase, I wasn't having much success. Anyway, after my dry patch had grown into the size of the Sahara Desert, I eventually found myself having a nice bit of good-humoured banter with some light sexy talk with a guy who lived not too far from me. He was single, his photos were okay, he was a bit short, and he was able to travel. So it was decided that he'd come round for a cup of tea. When he turned up...
A cup of tea.
Cup of tea. Yeah. Milk in last. When he turned up, it was on a moped.
A what? A moped?
Yes.
Was he a delivery driver?
His photos were obviously about a decade out of date, and somehow he'd lost a bit of height when using metric rather than feet and inches. However, we were in the middle of the Sahara. This was the first person I'd got through the door, and not only did I have my tea, I had my cake and ate it.
How short was it? Knock on the door and you're like, oh, sorry, pal, didn't see you now.
As his moped backfired as he drove off, I realised that I was going to be out a lot for the next few weeks, and I perfected the art of ghosting. However, at least the desert had a bit of sparkle after a sprinkle of some spunk. Forward about 6 weeks, and I had one of those evenings that teachers relish above all others, a parents' evening. Oh, God. I won't drag it out, but halfway through the evening, one of my favourite kids turned up with her parents, and lo and behold, Mr. Moped was Daddy, along with his wife. Awkwardness hung in the...
Oh, shut the front door.
Awkwardness hung in the air like a thick pea super. I smiled and sweated my way through the 5-minute appointment, and though I avoided all eye contact, I managed to shake his and his lovely lady wife's hands as they left, remembering all the time where those hands had been those few weeks before. For the next month at least, I shat myself about her turning up at the school with a blunt instrument to get me. What should you do when you encounter an online hookup, their wife and child, in your place of work? Anonymous.
I mean, that's one for the book.
I don't think Anonymous has anything to feel... I mean, it's awkward. I
You've
didn't get
not done
that.
anything
You
wrong.
didn't know. You were presented with the facts. I assume...
You can't go there again.
Oh, no.
You can't go
No,
there
you
again.
can't now.
No, you can't.
Unless he says, oh, we're in an open relationship, we've got an arrangement. But even then, it could be all talk. So I would say it's best to play it safe.
That's a tricky one. Oh, God, can you imagine? Oh.
I mean,
You'd love to be there and witness it, though, wouldn't you? See the faces.
At parents' evening?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I mean, it makes good drama.
Look, you've done nothing wrong,
No.
Anon. It's one of those.
So don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And she's not going to bludgeon you to death.
Bludgeon.
No.
But you could give her child a good grade.
Yeah.
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 That might offset
But
the
then
death.
you can't cheat, can you?
No, but you could maybe sort of give half
Few
a
extra
point
marks.
extra.
Be a bit more lenient.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't give the detention.
What a story that is.
Wow.
God.
Little face. Thanks for all your questions and dilemmas.
Remember, you can listen and you can watch every Tuesday and Friday. And on the next episode, we discuss the subtle and not so subtle ways you've asked someone to do something.
Oh, okay.
And we even hear from a silver sexton.
A silver sexter?
Is that someone that's sexting?
No, that's an old person.
A silver sexter, is that what we're calling our older VG&DIVAs?
It is.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
It'll be something about angina or something, won't it? See you on Friday.